Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Hello and welcome to the Popternative Podcast, the podcast where digital discussions to the worlds of sports, social media, pop culture. The Winter Olympics are right around the corner in PyeongChang. We are speaking to, the guy's a legend, and Popternative viewers are going to recognize him. This is fourth time we're with Olympic gold medalist in speed skating. We're with Charles Hamelin. Charles, welcome back to the show 4 times.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be back.
For sure. So, it's crazy, and talking to you before, it's one of those things where, the Olympics is always like the big one that everyone knows, but for you guys, it's part of the circuit. It's the world. There's like the World Championship circuit. You've just like trained for so many World Championships. You did them all. You had success in all of them, but people don't realize that it's nonstop for you guys, and the Olympics is just like kind of one stop.
Yeah. For us, it's we had 4 competition in the beginning of the season to qualify ourselves into the Olympics, and the Olympics will be 2 huge week in Asia for us to compete, and after the Olympics, we'll be back in Montreal for the World Championships 2.5 weeks after the Olympics. So like it's not over after the Olympics, and we are just continuing into our normal season after that.
How do you even process that? The fact that you kind of, we talked in the past when we had Cabby from TSN on about like music and a lot of ways of preparation and everything, but to kind of keep in the zone, how is Charles Hamelin keeping in the zone, especially this year with, the Olympics and then right after that Montreal? Like, is there any little tricks or tidbits you're doing to kind of prepare yourself and keep focused, Charles?
I would say like for the last couple of years, music is a big part of it. When I'm in the competition, when I'm in the mood of like racing, I'll use music to just get in my bubble and make sure that I'm not going out of it. But when I'm at home, I really like to game. Those are my headsets for gaming. So playing on my PS4, playing on my computer, different games. I just put my mind off a little bit of the short track, and I can focus more on what I'm doing right now, and it just relieves a little bit of pressure on my shoulder, and that's where I found my my balance into my life to have success on the ice, but not have too much stress around around my head.
I think for people that don't realize this or don't follow Charles Hamelin on Instagram or Snapchat, Charles Hamelin like sent the best Snapchat of 2017 when you were playing video games, and it just started where you show the screen. Like I forget what game you were playing, but then like you turn the screen to you, and all you see is like with the freaking these huge headphones. You're just like, time to game. It was. I forget what you were playing. I'm pretty sure the headphones were like bigger than those, man, or maybe it was those ones. But like
I think it was those one, yeah, because I just had received those one. So when I received those, like I just did the Snapchat
like, are
of it.
you going Star Wars or something? What's going on with these headphones?
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
I was playing Star Wars Battlefront, actually. So
Really?
that's yeah.
That's awesome. No, but you know what? Like, we talk about it a lot. I mean, a lot of people have different escapes, but like video games are a huge escape. And I see it with a lot of people. I see it with professional athletes. I see it with a lot of wrestlers. You know what I mean? Everyone kind of escapes with video games. And everyone kind of has, like, for example, there might be someone, that doesn't follow speed skating, but they follow video games. So you get to talk to them about video games, and then that can kind of lead them to talking about what you do for a living, speed skating. So it's kind of like a door opener in a sense.
Yeah. Like playing games, like for sure you talk to stranger on the mic, and like you don't know what they are doing. Like people are doing anything. Some people are like fathers. Some people are like, I play with a guy that was 75 years old, and I play with guys that are 15 years old. So there's no barrier of like, I was friend with both of them. So I was friend with a 15 years old a guy, and I was a friend with a 75 years old guy, playing the same game I was playing. So we are when we start to be more familiar into the game, we start to know a little bit more about each other. Like, of course, the question and asking me like what I was doing in life came up, and when I say like, yeah, I'm a short speed skater and I went to the Olympic 3 times, I'm going for my fourth one. People at first don't believe it because like it's not so uncommon to see and to hear someone an athlete like me playing video games. So they were surprised, but they are really happy to have me as a friend right now.
Absolutely. But so let's shift gears. Let's talk about Charles Hamelin. Let's talk about you. You know, I know you to be a very modest guy. You don't like talking about it, but you're a legend. You're an Olympic legend. You're not going to admit it. You're laughing, but you are. You're a legend. You know, like seriously, the stuff that you have accomplished is incredible, and you keep going. And it's one of those things where I mean, I guess you don't have you try not to kind of think about it, right? Because you want to be prepared. You don't want to kind of think of the past. And every new event is a new event, right? And you're never gonna think about it. But it's right there, right? Like your medals are there. Like you can't not, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You're a
it's true.
multi-time Olympic medalist. Like you're gonna think about it.
Yeah, of course, when I think I will more think about what I did after I'll be retired from the speed skating, because if I'm thinking too much about this when I'm skating, sometimes it just can take me out of my zone, and it take like for us in short track, it takes so much little to to make a win or to make a fall or a lose in a race. So I just want to stay focused on my job and going to my fourth Olympics and make sure that I'm there to win some other medals. But World of Short Track has changed a lot in the last few years, and the field is much more stronger than it was before. And right now, my position is I'm still in the lead, and I want to go for medals. But for sure, there's some day that I will be able to be on a podium, but there's some days that maybe I will not be on a podium because people will be faster than me, better than me, and I needed to understand that. And uh, it's the world of drag right now. Like people, the short track world has evolved a lot, and there's much more speed skater like me that just want to win medals, and they can right now. I could name you 15 guys that can win a distance in at the Olympics. So quarterfinal, semifinal, and final will all be equal, and we will need to do a perfect race every single time. So that's where the difficulty of the sport is evolving.
Canada yesterday won their second gold medal in the World Junior Hockey Championship in 9 years. They played Sweden. Incredible game, incredible tournament. You know, we know you're a big hockey fan over there in Montreal. You know, Sweden had an unbelievable tournament. They played very well. They're a very good team. A lot of NHL draft picks. Rasmus Dahlin's going to go first in the draft next year. They were crushed. They were devastated. You saw it. You know what I mean? And the way they have the ceremony at IHF, it's like there's a winner and a loser, and the losing team has to stay and see everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
As a Olympic athlete, you know, we talked about it. You've been involved with very rewarding, amazing races where you've won, and there's been some not so good races where you fell, and we've talked about that, right? And I just thought that'd be interesting because you look at these Swedish players and they put it all on the line and they played very very well, but they're crushed. But is that something like from your past experience that they can kind of learn from and maybe be bigger and better from? I mean, you know, you want to win, but sometimes, like, I mean, the best thing they can do is kind of take this experience and kind of learn from it and use it as motivation.
Yeah, of course. I think that's where you see the difference in between a good player and a great player. A great player will learn from any situation. So I hope Sweden will learn from what they did in on the ice, because I watched a part of the game, and they didn't do all wrong. Like
No.
they played awesome, and some of the plays were really good. and I do think if I compare my sport to hockey, it's completely different because
Yeah.
like they won. Well, they lost the gold medal because they lost a game, and so they win a medal, but by losing a game, I win a medal because I finished second. Yes, I was not third, but I finished across the line second, so I win my medal. So they see it differently. So yes, I think it's more difficult for like sports like hockey, soccer. Like you win a medal by losing a game, and yes, we didn't have a really good tournament, and I think they should look back of what they did during the whole tournament and learn from what they did good and what they can improve for next year. And yes, it's World Junior Championships, but for them, I think they can look at the NHL and see what goods they bring them for being a good hockey player in the future.
And for sure, no, like the event that event is just unbelievable. I mean, you got to be like when I was in Montreal, you went to a game on New Year's Eve, and it's just it's the quality of hockey is fantastic. And shifting back to like Canada, I mean, you saw yesterday how proud and how excited these players are to represent their country, and you see kind of in the crowd, the whole it's in Buffalo, the whole crowd was Canadian, for that game, and it's like I've talked to this. I've spoken to you about this before, but I mean the whole like quote like there's nothing like representing your country. I mean I feel like there's not more to say about that, right? The fact that you put it on the you put on the maple leaf, you go in there. It's just you're representing a whole nation. It's just like there's not much to say about it, right, Charles?
Well, I've been wearing the maple leaves for the last 15 years of my life, so I know the pressure of wearing that maple leaves on my shoulder, and I'm proud every single time I'm on the ice with it, and it's something incredible because we every time we go on the ice with that maple leaves it just make everything better. And you know that people back home, fans, family, and friends, they're there to support you, and they are cheering for you on every moment of your career. And I really felt it during my whole career, and even it was growing through my career. So it is really fun, and I've been enjoying wearing the maple leaves, but watching people from Canada excel on the world circuit.
In Rio, like that was unbelievable to see, and like a lot of the amazing like Penny Oleksiak, like it was great to see all the Winter Olympic athletes like yourself, Mikhail Kingsbury, Natalie Spooner, Katie Humphreys, tweeting out and supporting, and then kind of being like, wow, like in 2 years this is gonna be like it's my turn.
Yeah, it's always inspiring to see other athletes from Canada like having great results like like during Rio Olympics, because well, you kind of know a little bit of the feeling of what you're feeling like on the starting line on every event. So for us, it's we can rely on two-door feelings, and about like a win or about a loss, like you know what they are feeling, and it brings me chills to watch them having those results, or sometime good or bad result. But um, all the athletes that I watched during the Olympics was amazing, and the job that they are doing on the ice. Well, not on the ice. I am on the ice, but they are in the water or on the field. Well, there's some swimmers, so yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah,
I get
I
I, I
really
get it. No, it's
yeah. But I really like watching, and I enjoy watching all the athletes from Rio like having those great results. It was awesome.
We'll wrap up because there might or might not be some gaming in your future, but uh, you know, it's an exciting time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope your whole family enjoys it. I mean, it's going to be amazing. PyeongChang 2018 Winter Olympics. It's going to be awesome. What are you looking forward to the most at PyeongChang?
Uh, it, like for sure in the Olympics, I would like to be on the podium in the 1,000 meter because it's the only distance that I don't have medals at the Olympics. Um, and for sure, as a team, we want to go back on the podium for the relay because we missed it in Sochi. But as I said earlier, the field in short track is getting really like difficult and much more stronger. So I think at the end, I just want to give it all on the ice and leave it all on the ice. And if I do everything I can, no matter the result will be, I'll be happy of my race.
Perfect. Well, Charles, all the best in PyeongChang, and thank you so much for coming back on the show 4 times on
Yeah,
Pop Turnitive.
4 Olympic medals, 4 times on your podcast, man.
Well, all the best, and we're excited to watch you. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a fun time, and yeah, and all best to Marianne as well, because she's going to have a big one as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. She's going for her third one, and I will wish her really good luck, and for sure, like the Canadian team in short track will be ready for awesome results and good races.
Perfect. Well, all the best, and good luck with everything, Charles. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
No problem. Well, this has been Pop Turnitive. You can catch previous episodes of Pop Turnitive on YouTube and on iTunes as well for the audio only. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, popturnitive.com for more content as well. Until next time, this is Charles Hamelin and PD Beats signing off. Enjoy the Olympics.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.